and apparently they're not. That's really weird. Alright, I think they're pretty close, so we'll just go with it. Looks like they're both out to similar starts. He might actually be slightly ahead if the streams are indeed synced. Matthias a little bit faster around that corner. Both doing the extra mini turbo. Abney is in the lead, so by 0.12, I believe. Andy, what's up? Oh, Matthias hits the wall. Slightly worse mini turbo, so yeah, Abney maintaining a lead, although he missed a mini turbo and yeah, very bad zigzag part, so this will probably put Matthias ahead. Oh, very, very bad mistake. Costly for Abney. At this point, he's probably looking at like a 43 something lap, which is gonna, unfortunately for him, put Matthias far ahead. 77 to 43 flat, yeah. So Matthias is about a second and slightly more than that lead, like 1.12. Oh, Matthias falls in! Super uncharacteristic mistake for him. And it's gonna let Abney take this, assuming he doesn't fall off. Crazy. No one was expecting that. I don't know if I've ever seen Matthias fall off on Banshee Boardwalk, ever. Abney messed up a little bit there, but he's gonna take our first track. I'm hoping that the streams are going to be more synced now. We'll see. Still waiting on a pick. Oh, Yoshi Valley. This will be an interesting one. This is the track with the most variance in one tries because the spinies are really, really hard to get through cleanly every time. See if the streams are synced here. Hopefully they are. Oh, they're closer. They're at least pretty close now. So, lap 1 is the easiest lap as far as dealing with the spinies. Matthias has a slight lead on the screen. I do think he's ahead. Good lap for him. 0.21 lead for Matthias. It's going to make these spinies, the second set, a little harder to deal with, though. He dodges them. Abney actually gets a cleaner line through with the mini turbo, but Matthias is still ahead, although it's much closer now. Does seem like Matthias still has a very small lead. At this pace, the lap 3 spinies shouldn't be too bad, but we'll find out. Yeah, slight gains. I think Matthias is now ahead 0.15 or so. Neither of them doing the mini turbo there. Abney hitting a spiny, so probably gonna be Matthias's race to lose here, yeah. Unless he makes some really bad mistake here at the end. Really, really good time, 1:43. Might be the best one-try time we've seen at this track in this league. Alright, and Matthias has picked Toad's Dirt Bike, which I think Abney could take this one. He's also really good at Toad's Dirt Bike. He's been playing it a lot recently. Both drivers have been. I would not be surprised if one or both players gets a sub 259, which would be insane, but certainly possible. So pretty good start for both players. No mistakes really so far. So the mushroom spots here can have a lot of variance as far as there's no one ideal place to shroom, which means that players can pretty much do it wherever. It doesn't appear that either player is going to shroom on lap 1. Maybe Matthias has a slight lead here. Yeah, 0.16. I think Abney might have missed a mini turbo there. Really good openers from both players though. 258 is definitely still on the table for both. Both had that clean through the bus room. That's probably the most common spot for top players, but after that, you might see them shroom on this next turn coming up. You might see them shroom at the end of a lap. You might see them shroom both of those spots. You might see them shroom on lap 3. Still very close. He's shrooming here. Yeah, Matthias electing to save his shroom. He'll probably spend his first shroom at the end of the lap. Oh, that's actually a pretty big mistake from Matthias. He hit the wall there, bounced off. So I think Beck is, well, he's going to be in the lead just because of using the extra shroom. 59.10 to 59.52. So yeah, Abney has a slight lead. Even with the extra mushroom that Matthias has, I think Abney is still slightly in the lead, but I feel like Matthias has had a slightly better start to this lap. We'll see when Matthias uses his shroom. I think both players really are on pace for the sub. Good race. Be interesting if Abney takes Matthias's 2 picks. I feel like Matthias is catching up a little though. Looks like he's going to shroom at the very end, which is the world record shroom strat on the through lap, but it's risky. The traffic for this race is like hardest right at the end. Matthias makes it through clean. I think he took the race. Wow. Yeah, both of them got the sub. 92 for Matthias, 98 for Abney. Very, very close. Really, really good race. Wow. Yeah, you guys are clearly seeing robots in action here. It's a robot stream, if you couldn't tell. Abney has picked Mario Raceway, which is a fairly high variance track. It's also not one of Matthias's best, usually in one tries. We'll see if they actually start synced this time. One can only hope. Look at that. I think Abney's like a frame or two earlier. Very, very close though. So, alright, we can just appreciate it from the beginning. They're both doing the extra mini turbo here. You can tell Matthias did it better. And they both got cleanly through the mushroom, which is what makes this a higher variance track, is that going through the mushroom cut there, you can very easily hit the and bounce back off and not make it. Looks like a slight lead for Matthias. Actually, no. Abney does have a .06 lead. I must have started closer than I thought, but oh, that's really sad. Big mistake from Abney. Matthias makes a small mistake there hitting the wall, but it's definitely his race to lose at this point. But yeah, unfortunately that hill that Abney ran into will basically slow you to a complete stop if you hit it. For some reason Matthias' stream is lagging now. That's weird. He's definitely got the race either way. Maybe Abney will do a large shift for the fans, we'll see. Looks like he won't. Alright, so nice time for Matthias. 39 is pretty good, honestly. Now it is going to be set point, and it will be on Matthias's pick. We'll see what he comes up with. Yeah, I'm dropping a few frames every once in a while. I don't know if that's what's causing it. I'm at my parents' house for Thanksgiving weekend, and Wi-Fi is not the best here. Matthias is picking Chocolate Mountain, which is definitely one of Abney's least favorites. We'll see if I have to pause either stream. Oh, really, Mo? That's interesting. I guess it only drops like every once in a while. That's okay. Alright. Hopefully they're good. Looks like Matthias used his shroom already, but Abney's saving it. Abney misses a mini turbo, and unfortunately, that means he was slower and hit the wall pretty bad, so already lead for Matthias. And he's going to need to mess up bad if Abney's going to take this track. Abney using a shroom here. So yeah, 0.68 lead for Matthias. It's going to take a really big mistake for him to lose this race. Both players are allowed to watch the other's stream or listen to commentary. So Matthias likely knows that Abney messed up bad and is probably going to play a little safe. A 39-22 opener for him is not amazing. And he's definitely done some sub 39s in one try, but he just can play it. Opening up another 0.6-ish. So yeah, he's well in the lead. Abney making some mistakes. You can know why Abney's probably his second least favorite to Banshee Boardwalk, I think. He's unfortunately not in love with the Chaco. Unless it's shortcut, obviously. So Matthias will take the first set. He does wind up with a sub 157. Some pretty good laps, 2 and 3, so it will be Abney's pick in set 2. I'm expecting Abney to go like Calamari Desert here, probably. Oh, he actually goes Moo Moo Farm. Another strong pick from him. Matthias is also good at this track in one tries. I mean, he's good at every track. I think I pretty much synced them up. Both players going to the left of the first mole patch. You can risk that one, it saves maybe 0.1, which I have actually been doing against Matthias. But neither player chose to do that now. Abney goes to the left of that mole. They both do a little bit of risk there, just passing inside that one mole. 3 lead for Matthias. I don't know, maybe Abney missed a mini turbo. You would normally expect to see a faster opener from him. Oh, he actually risks, knowing that he was slow, I guess, risked the first patch of lap 2, and fortunately does not pay off for him. So at this point, it's going to be Matthias' race to lose. And Matthias playing nice and safe. Still a really fast lap 2 from him, 29.12. Abney makes it through the mole patch there. Too little, too late, unfortunately. Yeah, Matthias makes it clean, and it's going to get another mid to high 127, which is just crazy, honestly. Yeah, no, I can beat that time, but like I have to risk the moles on last one, or like every lap, the first mole patch, if I want to beat that in a one try, which is exactly why I'm doing it, because these guys just, Matthias, especially the middle section with the hills that are like back to back before the overpass, just so hard to do really well, but he nails it every time. Looks like Wire Stadium is next. Pretty good sync. Abney may be a frame again. Very, very close, so we'll definitely leave that. Matthias, slight error there. Both players have played this track pretty recently. Matthias has the world record on both free lap and the fast lap. Of course, he has most of the world records, so it's not really a surprise. Abney pretty tight there. He actually might be in the lead. Abney has held the fast lap record here at one point, but oh, his shroom. Oh, both players crashing on the shroom. Abney did not tumble though, so he's going to be in the lead. I'm surprised that they both risked it that much. You can go pretty safe there and still be fast. So this will be a very interesting race because it looks like Abney's about a second, maybe slightly less ahead, which is definitely ground that Matthias can make up. But it's now very, very interesting. Matthias doing the drop mini turbo, which is definitely an added risk, but it does save something like 0.1, maybe slightly less. So he's going to catch up some there. I expect Abney to have a slightly lower than a second lead, 0.63. So yeah, that's definitely something that Matthias can make up, but he's going to need to be really strong. I expect to see him work hard and try for that sub 127 lap. Not quite sure if Abney might have missed one mini turbo before. both going tight there again. Abney driving pretty nice as well. So we'll see how their streams are this time. Abney does start further from the wall. They both get pretty good shrooms. That's how I would have expected it to be on lap 1, where they didn't risk too much, but still kept it pretty safe, or pretty tight. Matthias, kind of a weird angle there, but is able to fix it. And we're down to like, I think it's like a 0.4 or so lead for Abney, if I had to guess. This is just what happens on these longer tracks. Like, if you're a slightly better driver, it will show up, just like over the course of a while. Yeah, so he gained 0.33. Did I do that math right? Yeah, so that means that Abney about 0.3 ahead if I'm remembering lap 1. The character select, you need to pick a lightweight to compete in this game. Abney was a little wide on that one turn. Did he miss a mini turbo? Oh, that's a bad mistake from Matthias, so that's gonna pull Abney back out in front by like a half second. Maybe slightly less. Oh, wow, Abney wrecks the shroom again, but without the tumble. So we're pretty neck and neck. Yeah, you have to pick a lightweight for time trials. I think, yeah, it's really, really close. Anybody's race at this point. If Matthias does that drop empty, it's going to put him ahead for sure if he can pull that off again. He does go for it. And he gets a good one. Abney a little wide there. I think Matthias has taken the lead. Yeah, definitely has. So if he makes it clean, it's probably his race. We'll find out going to the line. Yeah, wow. Crazy race there. Matthias takes it by 0.03. Wow. He almost... Oh, okay, yeah. 4:22.99. That's a crazy time for having a tumble. Wow. Great race there, folks. Fortunately, Abney, like, if he didn't hit the wall lap 3, probably would have had it. Yeah, by a frame, exactly. So we'll check on this, but like I'm wondering if those are still top 10 times. Like, it just goes to show you. Yeah. So on the rankings, Jamie White has a 10th place time of 4:23.18. So it's pretty crazy when you think that Matthias could tumble and still get a top 10 time. Just goes to show you how crazy the top guys are here. Abney's picked Calamar Desert, which I would expect to be his, honestly, his best pick against Matthias, so we'll see if he can live up to that. He needs to start pulling it back a little bit. Even though Matthias has this world record, it seems like Abney's better than him on the one tries. Abney basically is the one that popularized the newest hill hopping strat that we do here. Matthias is not the biggest fan of it. He did start a little ahead, so keep that in mind. I'm not going to try to sync it, but Matthias is like a frame or two ahead. So yeah, hopping over this sand here is faster than driving in the road. Looks like neither player had perfect hill hops. I think Abney's were slightly better. He had to adapt a little bit there, but this is the thing about you're really good in like a strat. You're good at like knowing how to save it if it's not perfectly good. Matthias might have taken the lead. by a slight amount just based on driving. It's pretty close. And again, his stream started a little bit ahead. Oh, you know, he must have started enough ahead. He's actually, abney has a 0.17 lead. And yeah, does better hill hops there, so he's going to be with a decent lead. The big worry for abney at this point is going to be if his pace is so fast that the train is in the way on lap 3. And his opener wasn't so good that yeah, his opener wasn't like crazy. I think abney had a worse sand part there. He might have even done that on purpose just to sandbag for the train, as he says. So yeah, 84, he shouldn't have too much issue with the train, but we'll find out. So he gains another 0.25. That was good hills, so yeah, he does have to go wide a little bit. Is able to stay on the track, so as long as he can have a good double shroom and play the rest of the race safe, he's going to take this one. That was sort of shaky, though. That mini turbo. Matthias looks like he's having the better double shroom, so he might be bringing this back, but I think abney's still got it. He's got to be good here, though. Oh, slightly weird, but yeah, he takes that race. 205.21. Abney is like nails consistent here with the low 205s. Every single one try. That's really, really good. 205.53. It's like crazy amounts of consistency from abney. Yeah, I actually managed to squeak out a win on abney once on Calamari Desert, I think, but every other time he's won. And it's always a low 205. That's a crazy thing. Matthias interestingly picked Bowser's Castle, which is a track with some variance, although he did kart it recently. And he just picked up the 3-lap world record. Untied it with me, so... Yeah, casual 6th place. The thing about Calamari Desert is most players have not really gotten into the hill hopping yet. It's a very difficult strat that abney is like the master of it. His stream started slightly ahead here. Both players are gonna go outside the flumps here. The ones that chase you are random, as far as exactly where they wind up, or at least pseudo-random. So yeah, big part of the race there is getting that stairs mini turbo. Both players didn't have the best mini turbo there, but did get it. abney's ahead on the screen, but I think Matthias is ahead because of the stream delay. And actually, Matthias had a better spiral, so expecting to have a slight lead here. Matthias, yeah, 0.16. Both had a pretty good opener, though. Oh, abney hitting the wall there. So that's going to be putting Matthias ahead by close to a second, I would think. See how the stairs mini turbo goes here. I'm not sure Matthias got the stairs MT. abney did, so he's closing a little bit, but still, abney would need Matthias to make a big mistake if he was going to win. Close to a second lead, I think. Did they both miss that mini turbo? Or at least one of them did. So yeah, Matthias 0.73 faster in that lap, so almost a full second. And we'll see if he gets through cleanly here. He does. For some reason those like chasing bumps never chase. I feel like it always targets me all the way to the left. And those guys, maybe they're just doing the entry differently. But yeah, Matthias definitely gonna take this one at this point. He's got a good enough lead. On paper, you would think this track is high variance, but you can be very consistent at it on one tries if you do your work. Yeah, Abney hitting the wall there. Matthias, super good time. Mid 213. Not many people have gotten that. Abney still does get a god time. Not enough against Matthias. 1.01 difference. For Abney's pick here, he's going Koopa Troopa Beach, which both players are strong at this track. Matthias has been karting it recently. Now this track has a ramp jump, which is considered legal in a non-shortcut, and if one of the players happens to miss that jump, then it's pretty much race over. You can also glitch through the floor there, which we definitely don't want to see that. Hopefully that doesn't happen to either player. Oh, Abney made a mistake right away. You want to go tight to that rock and hug it as close as possible, but you don't want to hit it like that. I can turn the game sound up a little bit. So yeah, right here is the big variance part. They both make it clean. Both doing that mini turbo. Going fast in this game is all about doing good mini turbos. 3205 to 3245, 0.4 difference. Matthias on pace for a sub 136, which is a really good one try time. Abney missing a mini turbo. Matthias kind of making a mistake there, so it's allowing Abney to catch up a little bit, but unfortunately, yeah, Abney made another mistake. Doesn't make it over. If you mess up and lose speed there, then it's definitely possible to miss a ramp, and Abney got a good angle but didn't have enough speed. Matthias still got a sub 32 lap despite that mistake, so he's definitely looking at a sub 136. He snags the wall, I think, unless I didn't see that, but it's not going to matter. He's going safe. Well aware of Abney's mistake. And yeah, Matthias is going to take set 2, which puts Abney on notice. So the tracks will all reset now, going into set 3. Abney must win every set at this point. World record for Matthias. Oh my god, look at that time. Alright. Alright, looks like we're back to Calamari Desert. For the first track of set 3, Abney needs to win this set, and he's going with his tried and true, probably his best track for one tries. Not surprised to see this one. I will mention that both players do have the option once per match to pick a shortcut track, which is known as the Joker pick. Abney will need to bust that out at some point. Abney is the shortcut champion. Matthias does have some shortcut records. I forget if... I think he's got the Rainbow Road ones. But Abney definitely the better shortcut player overall. By a lot, so... if Matthias can do some better hill hopping. They both had pretty good hill hops there. I think Abney's were slightly better. So when you're doing those hill hops, you want to do the second half of those hops in such a way that when you land from them, you won't hear any of your tire smoke. I believe Abney was able to do that, and Matthias didn't that time. And that saves something like 0.1. So. 41.42. Wow, scorching opener for Abney, but that's going to put him at odds with the train. So he's 0.37 ahead. But he's going to need to slow down a little bit, because the problem is that if you are too fast on this shroom strategy, then you're going to hit the first train on lap 3. So yeah, you can tell Abney has slowed it down. And I think Matthias might actually be ahead now. I didn't see how good Matthias's hill hops were. It seems like Abney gained some time right there, though. I don't know. 16. Wow, really good lap 2 from Matthias. So they're both gonna have to deal with this train. Matthias not as good at a hill hop. Okay, it's still pretty close. This is definitely a better race for Matthias than last time. Oh, Abney into the sand a little bit. I think Matthias might have taken the lead. It's going to come down to the double shrooms and the end. We'll see. I think Matthias might be ahead. I don't know if the shrooms are synced. It's very close, though. Wow. That's gotta hurt for Abney. 205.19 to 205.21. Yeah, that's... The thing is about this track that's about as good a time as you can get before you have to do the other shroom strat. You can actually go through the train wheels, but it's super hard to do, very risky. You wouldn't want to do it in a one try. Oh yeah, that's gonna really hurt. At this point, it's Matthias's race to lose. Match to lose. I will say, if I was Abney there, I might have considered holding off on picking Calamari Desert. Just because when Matthias gets a second try on the track, like right away, after he already played it, it's probably going to go a lot better. Yeah, Abney's saying that he did bad hops on lap 2 on purpose, which doesn't surprise me. He had such a blistering opener. Yeah, another win for Matthias by a frame. It's caught Abney twice here. Alright, Matthias picking Royal Raceway, not a surprise. This track is very low variance, and it's likely that his driving will outshine Abney's here. Although Abney's also really, really good, so... Yeah, Abney has a 202 on Calamari Desert shortcut. Yeah, crazy. Skills are not going to help him on this track, where Matthias has about a point, I want to say 0.35-ish edge as far as through lap PR. Maybe a little more, maybe like 0.4. Yeah, Abney doesn't have a sub 252. Abney has played this less than Matthias, so like if Abney went for it, he could definitely get a. Matthias has a 3-lap record here. Abney missing a mini turbo. That's a really bad one to miss because you don't do the mushroom for a decent amount of time after. So Matthias adds to the early lead. Oh, Matthias messing up though. Not getting that mini turbo, so that's gonna put Beck pretty close, but oh, that's another bad mistake. Like you would think these guys might make some of these mistakes in a match against me, but you know, whatever. So yes, a little sloppy from both players, but definitely worse for abney. 0.4, what was that, 0.44 lead for Matthias? Both had good hill cuts on lap 2. Maybe abney's is slightly better. He did hit the grass though, just a little bit. It seems like he's caught up a little bit. I don't know if Matthias like missed a mini turbo or something. I think Matthias is still leading, but definitely closer. I don't think their stream's desynced either. EJ telling me that Matthias misjumped. Okay, I didn't see that. He must have missed a jump into a slide somewhere. Oh, abney misses that mini turbo. He got air on that slide there. Very strange. Matthias gains 0.03, but it was done at the end of the lap because misses a mini turbo early on here. So yeah, not the best race from either player, but Matthias strong enough that he's probably going to come through. Unless he does something like, you'd have to crash the shroom at this point, which is one of the only big mistakes that you can make here. Yeah, he doesn't. He does go risky, both players on that shroom, but yeah, he's got about a half a second, maybe slightly more lead. Yeah, more than a half second. Did he might have missed that mini turbo. Sometimes it's hard to tell with Peach's voice. Yeah, he wins by 0.8. Really nice closer there from Matthias. Royal Raceway shortcut. So abney is using his Joker pick here. On the same track, running it back, but this time he's going with a shortcut. We'll see. There's a couple shortcuts the players can do here. They're definitely both going to go for the first warp. Right after the hill cut, you can jump over the river and hit the other side, and it'll warp you up to the ramp. And then at that point, you can choose to either drive the end of the race normally, or you could go for one of two different shortcuts that involve you driving off the ramp to the left and trying to hit the other side of the river. One of them warps you towards the end of the race, and another one actually warps you straight to the finish line, which is harder, but faster on lap 3. So we'll see what players go for. Most people have not been going for any version of the second shortcut because it's a lot harder than the first one. Different ways you can go for this first shortcut too. You could use a mushroom on it, or you could not. I don't think either player will use the mushroom, but we'll find out. Yeah, both players get it. Pretty equal tumbles. It seems like abney's slightly ahead. Will they go for the second shortcut? Yeah, neither of them does. We'll see if they go for the warp on lap 3. But since they didn't go for that second shortcut, I won't expect either of them to do it lap 2. Abney, of course, doing those final parts better on lap than on the non-shortcut race. He's got a 0.46 lead. Both players electing to shroom over the grass at the end there. And this is Matthias's non-shortcut cartridge, which is why he's looked like he PR'd. Abney definitely out to a lead at this point. Interesting bounce from Abney. Might have been a little bit slow, but he's definitely ahead of Matthias. Yeah, neither player electing to go for the second shortcut there. I would not be surprised to see Matthias go for the warp shortcut. Lap 3, the finish line warp. I don't know if Abney will. He's obviously got a lead, so if you're trying to do probabilities here, he gains another 0.3 in their lap. He's either thinking, how likely is it that I hit this shortcut? And if he can hit it a lot, then like he might as well go for it. But the other side of that coin is how likely is Matthias to hit the shortcut? Did Abney miss that jump? Oh no, he made it. Very risky there. So Abney doesn't go for the warp. Matthias messes up, so either way he's gonna lose, probably. He does go for the warp. I don't know anything about this shortcut. It doesn't, yeah, you can check his progress screen. He did not make it, so Abney will take home this race with a 2:05.37. Really nice last lap. And yeah, so it's going to be Matthias's pick, and it'll be 2-1 Abney. Unfortunately for Abney, Matthias still has the track selection advantage here, so it is 3 sets. If you win 3 sets, you win the match, so Matthias is still only 2 tracks away from winning here. We'll see what he picks. Bidding on the pick. Maybe he'll pick something different here just to give the fans something interesting. He does. He picks Sherbetland. Sherbetland is a track that you can hit penguins on this track. You can also miss a crack jump. You can risk a lot on the crack jumps. You'll see what I mean by the crack jumps. If you fall into the water, you lose about 8 seconds. So that's like a pretty much race over. I expect Abney to go very risky on these crack jumps. He always does that in one try. Would not be surprised to see Abney fall in. I wouldn't be too surprised to see Abney win this track. He actually just picked up a Sherbetland fast lap PR yesterday. So he just played this. Wow, like perfect start there. I think they might actually be perfectly synced. These players are just too good. So yeah, this crack jump will... Oh! Wow. Abney hit the wall there, which prevented him from even going for the crack jump the right way, and just... Yeah, that's unfortunate. So Matthias will have seen that, and he'll be on set and match point. I expect Matthias to still go for some level of jumping the cracks, but we'll see. He's not going to do anything to risk too much. Abney going for that large drift. Wow, Matthias still did risks on that crack. Good practice, like, for working on your nerves. Abney gonna go pick up the far right item box here. Fortunately, does not seem to be there in time trials. He can't pick up that lightning bolt to get Matthias to fall in. here. Abney sandbagging here. Gonna make Matthias go cold. Trying to. No pun intended. Oh, I never turned the game audio up. Matthias with the swag finish. Yeah, this is a match point for Matthias. Really unfortunate the way that SL started, but this is the thing about this league is that on some of these tracks, you can just, even the top players can fall in, mess up really bad, and let anyone win, honestly. Like, pretty much any player in the league could beat that time. Alright, looks like Abney's picked Luigi Raceway. Abney almost got the 3-lap record on this track yesterday, so seems like a good pick for him. He had a really good race with me on this at the very first match of the league. We got super good times there, so I'm expecting a good race. Matthias obviously is very strong on this track. He has the record for both the fast lap and the 3-lap. We'll see how well he does now. We're expecting at least, I would expect a mid 158 from both players, if not lower. Abney got a 158 flat. Okay, he started early. I think it's pretty close. Yeah, VAJ, I also got a 3763. Probably not on Discord to see that, but on the fast lap. Alright, both players going for the one true mystery boost. It looks like Matthias is ahead. We'll see if there's streams or syncs. Oh, okay, it's close, so 0.03 difference. Matthias in the lead. Good opener from both players. They both want to stay to the very tightest they can on this first turn here. Did Matthias miss a mini turbo? Still a close race, but I'm not sure if the streams are synced. I got a 3763 on this fast lap. Oh, Matthias crashes the shroom. Very uncharacteristic mistake. So that's going to put Abney ahead for sure. 38.44. He's on a really good pace here. Definitely looking at a like 2x or something if he can get a good closer for Abney. So yeah, Abney's without a doubt going to take this. Too big a mistake for Matthias. They still look pretty close, but on this track, I mean, it's always going to look close here. Oh, Abney drives into the sand a little bit. I think he's still gonna win. Yeah. Alright, 0.13 victory for Abney. It is still Matthias' match point here, and then now it's going to be on his picks, so... Honestly surprised that Matthias could still get that good of a time with the hit in the middle of the shrooms. VOJ, the lap, it's on Discord if you go on the Discord channel. I wasn't streaming it, so. Wow. Still waiting on a pick here. Abney's trying to angle his way into getting Matthias to pick shortcut. Don't know if it's gonna work. Matthias, he might do it for the entertainment side of it. I don't think he expects to lose this match at this point, so he's still thinking. Wow, Matthias goes totally crazy here. DK Jungle Parkway shortcut. This one will be interesting to see. Abney has the 3-lap record on this track, but yeah, I mean, this is just a really, really hard shortcut to do consistently. This is one Joker pick he gets. I feel like he's doing this for entertainment's sake, but he might pull out the win. It's a hard one. The world record strategy is not something that either player is really going to go for, I would think. Backwards. Abney messes it up, so Matthias had the early lead, but Matthias clips into the cave too early, which is going to make it even again. Just about. Abney's actually set up quicker, so he does get the lap skip, I believe. Yeah, they both got it that time. But Abney a little bit faster. I think he made it that time as well. Yeah, Matthias makes it. Abney goes a little too far, so it's going to let Matthias catch up. If he can hit it quickly, then it could be anybody's race here. Abney goes first, and he makes it, so yeah, Abney is going to win this one. Good race. Messed up in the very beginning, but oh, that's annoying. I have to like enter these. There we go. All right. I guess would have won that one if he had set up the lap 1 jump. He just went for it. I think he expected Abney to be faster. I'm assuming that Abney's opening AB spin. Sometimes the stick will register in the wrong direction for some reason, which might have happened there. you wouldn't normally expect Abney to drive out of bounds like. It is still set point now for both players, but it's still match point for Matthias. Abney's pick, he's going back to Moo Farm. We'll see how that one goes. Abney risked on lap 2 and didn't pay off for him last time, but he had the worst lap 1, so we'll see what happens. Oh, he says this AB spin. Okay, he's right in the chat there. Hopefully he's on the right controller now. Yeah, interesting. No one's picked Rainbow Road. They're both good at that track, so maybe neither of them wants to risk that against the other player. Good start. It's super consistent in this track. Yeah, neither player risks lap 1 with the malls. They both have good hills. Matthias might have been slightly better, but Abney, I think, was in the lead, so. Interesting that Abney does that shroom differently. Oh, Matthias hits a mall! Wow, that's going to give Abney the chance to take a set here, which would only be the second set Matthias has lost in the entire league if that happens. It also bodes poorly for my, Oh no, never mind. It's the opposite. Makes it more likely that Abney gets a 5 seed. And these players are aware of the other streams, so Abney not even risking the moles there. I didn't see exactly how Matthias hit the mole, which one it was, but he did hit it. Very, very, very uncharacteristic for him. He's risking the mole patches now, but it's not going to matter. All Abney has to do is drive safe. Abney goes a little bit risky there, but it will not matter either way. Abney takes home set 3. Alright, and it looks like for the first track of set 4, Matthias has picked Wario Stadium, which was a really close race last time, with some mistakes on the shroom. We'll see if we have anything like that this time. I expect probably both players will be better, but we'll see. Oh, I gotta do the content, okay. That should be long enough, yeah. Second longest track in the game. That's only the second set, or the CS has lost in the entire league, by the way. Did Abney not go for the start side there? I missed it. Yeah, that's going to give Matthias a decent lead already. Oh, Abney into the wall. Already not looking good for him. Matthias will have to keep it clean. I would say it's more than a second lead. Shout out for Arkansas. To Arkansas. Alright. Yeah, at this point, it's just a matter of racing around for a couple minutes. Matthias, super strong opener. Yeah, almost the 3 seconds. Recommend for the fans in chat, probably go maybe take a bathroom break, go grab some popcorn with the transtyle on lap 2. As much as that's a time save, unfortunately, it's not going to save 3 seconds. Or you could use the rest of the race to just kind of appreciate how tight these lines are that both players are taking. I would expect that even with Abney's really bad opener, he'll probably still get the god time here. Probably a top 50. Really close second lap for both players. I think, if I saw correctly, Matthias faster by 0.01. So, Abney should probably start. He's probably already thinking about some of his counter. Elmar Desert and Mumu Farm. Maybe he'll go back to Yoshi Valley, but Matthias was really strong there in the first match, first track. Maybe he'll go back to Luigi. Was that last, or that might have been last set, right? Yeah, that was last set. We'll have to wait for set 5 if we get there. I'm trying to think. I considered Toad's Turnpike, even though Matthias picked that. Abney was really closer. Maybe he'll pick Rainbow Road, actually. .421.69. 1 second off from the legendary time there. Really good one-try time. That's probably like 5th place or something. Put in a wrong time for Abney. Not sure contrary to popular belief, Abney did not just world record by 5.5 seconds. Abney's picking Yoshi Valley here. Definitely hoping that Matthias makes a mistake. Keep forgetting to do the countdown. Slightly riskier hairpin jump there. One of the few shortcuts that is actually considered a non-shortcut. This is definitely the most debatable. Abney with the .14 lead, he had a slightly worse ending, but definitely risked it on that hairpin, which helps. This part is going to be hard though, at this speed. Although Matthias goes for the mini turbo, Abney doesn't. Abney hitting this mountain side there, which unfortunately just brings you to a crawl. Matthias probably has about a second lead. Yeah, slightly less than a second. Oh, Matthias hitting a mole though. This is going to be close. Actually, I think Abney is in the lead. This is what makes this track so hard. It's just really hard to do that cleanly every time. And yeah, Abney's definitely going to take it. This is bringing us back to Banshee Boardwalk. It's definitely a good track for him. Although he did fall off the first race, so we'll see if that happens. Very, very unlikely for that to happen again. But we'll find out. Pretty close start finally. Both players going for the extra mini turbo here. race still. Abney a little wide there. Matthias having a few bumps at the bottom of that hill. Still very, very close. Pretty much synced. Maybe Matthias is slightly in the lead now. Probably a last turn. Oh no! Dead tie. 81s for both. Abney is slightly worse first couple turns there. Doesn't do the extra hop there. Not doing the extra mini turbo either. Still fairly close. Matthias might be... Yeah, Matthias slightly in the lead, I think. Certainly anyone's game. Abney may be having a slightly better bat house until the very end. I think Matthias' last turn was better. Yeah, Matthias definitely in the lead. 68 to 81, so 0.13 lead for Matthias. With another 81, maybe he'll get the triple. He's hoping for better though. Yeah, you can tell Matthias just starting to open it up a little bit. Oh! Did I see that correctly? Did Matthias shroom, like, before he landed? That was a really weird shroom. I have never seen that. He's gotta be lucky that and happy he didn't crash. But he's still gonna take it. Pretty good times for both. 19 to 41, but that shroom was crazy. I've never seen that. And I'm shocked that he didn't go flying off somewhere. Almost with the triple 85s. Alright. Abney has picked Fraps No Land. I think this is the first time we've seen this track. I'm not too surprised to see it, even though this might be the strongest 3-lap record in the game, which is held by Matthias. He does tend to mess up the shrooms sometimes in one tries, and Abney is also strong here. We'll see what happens. Slow start, Matthias maybe a frame or two ahead. We'll both maybe spin start across the grass. That was a really weird mini turbo sequence. I don't think Abney hit his first mini turbo, but then Matthias did an extra one. Either way, Matthias is out to an early lead. Not quite sure what happened. We'll see how the shrooms go. They both have clean shrooms lap 1. Matthias is slightly better. So yeah, Matthias is off to a pretty sizable lead already. .48. Abney missing a mini turbo gonna set. Of course, Matthias does still need to have good shrooms. You can't let up. It's hard to try to go conservative on the shroom too. Conservative, then yeah, Matthias makes a pretty big mistake on the shroom there. Got a weird angle and hit the snow in extra time. Hits a wall. So this has actually put Abney pretty close, but he's still definitely not ahead. No, yeah, actually, 0.01 bigger lead for Matthias. Missing a mini turbo, at least one. Matthias does need a good trim still, though. Okay. Both of them have pretty bad trims, but neither was bad enough that it mattered that much. So Matthias is going to take home that track, and he's going to be on match point again. Yeah, Abney missed quite a few mini turbos, 72 to 29. Alright, Matthias is picking Toad's Turnpike again, which I honestly think is an interesting pick because Abney is very, very strong here as well. We had a close race the first time around. It was 0.06 difference, if I recall correctly. But Matthias feels very strong and confident on this track. What happens? They're both very, very strong here, for sure. Sub 259 for both players. Slowed Matthias' stream down just a little bit. Hopefully it's Singman. Doesn't seem like it. When their strings are synced, it seems like Matthias might have a very small lead. Or not. Oh, Matthias... Abney, I believe, missed that mini turbo, which... Oh, Abney hitting the wall pretty badly there. So yeah, Matthias probably something close to a half second. $82 to $37. Yeah, 0.53. 0.55, sorry. So, Abney, at Toad's Turnpike, like, it's hard to make up that much time on the champion, especially. Like, he's pretty likely going to need Matthias to make a mistake. I don't see it happening. Nothing bad enough. Yeah, I mean, at this point, like, Matthias will absolutely need to hit a car. Or, like, a really, really slow... Be on pace for another sub, I think it's probably close. missed a mini turbo there, but it's just not enough of a difference. Yeah, I'm definitely dropping a lot of frames now, but the match is pretty much over regardless. Matthias will need to mess up here. Yeah, he doesn't. So Matthias is going to take it. Another 258. So yeah, that's it, folks. Thanks for watching, everybody.